Pro Football Weekly is taking a look at the top free agents right now. We're talking about Peyton Hillis. What a year it's been for him. He's on the Madden cover a year ago, and now he's a free agent. Not sure if the Browns want him back, who wants him back. Says he may be leaving, retiring to go to the CIA. Just craziness around Hillis. What is his value right now around the league?
Well, he's a guy that if you go back to the 2010 tape, looked great, looked like a starting back in this league. Tough year this year, injuries were an issue, the contract was a distraction. I think the truth is probably somewhere in the middle on Peyton Hillis. I think he's a guy that's a starter caliber back in this league. But this was a tough year for him, I think, perception-wise, and I think he did hurt his value. He certainly didn't help. So I think when it comes down to it, you're looking at a guy that I think can be a starter in this league, but it comes down to money, and it comes down to where he's willing to play.
I mean, they know what they have in Cleveland a little bit anyways. They know what he's been like in that locker room. There have been questions about him in the locker room. Do you think it's likely that that just makes the most sense he stays in Cleveland?
Well, again, I mean, that's a relationship that was put to the test this year. And so how much could an organization take? And I think we're going to find out here at the beginning of free agency. I think it is going to come down to, again, money and what Peyton Hillis wants. The Browns, to their credit, I suppose, have been really interested in bringing him back. They've said all the right things about being open to bringing him back, and I think in a lot of ways Peyton Hillis has been lucky in that regard, given what happened last year. But he has been a productive guy, and he was so good in 2010. So again, what's the truth there? Is it somewhere in the middle? If it is, you could see Cleveland maybe bringing him back in a short-term type of deal.
The way that the perception of him has kind of been hurt this year, I can't imagine his leverage in terms of money is that great. Is he going to get big money anywhere?
I don't think so. And because again, I think it comes down to the way he played last year, and it comes down to the fact that this position, people are willing to pay on the high end for the franchise tag. A Matt Forte, a Ray Rice. Those guys get the tag, maybe they get extensions. After that, I tend to think you're looking at shorter deals for running backs.
I think he's in Cleveland next year?
I think he is. I think it's the best fit in terms of they know him, they can get him for a couple years, and they can think back to 2010 fondly for what he did to that offense. He's also a good pass catcher, and you need a back like that in this offense. So I think they give it one more go. But I mean, that we're at this point that we're discussing it kind of just, I guess, underscores the type of year he had this year.
Yeah, it was just so strange, the off-the-field stuff, the stuff with the sickness and injury and why he's missing games. You just wonder what's going on with Peyton Hillis, or if he's even in the NFL or if he is in the CIA or something next year. We'll have it all for you right here at ProFootballWeekly.com.